This needs sorting.
Yes, I mean, I do think that the government has some breathing room on this. Immigration is an issue that has really slipped for voters and salients. Really what's keeping the electorate up at night at the moment is the economy, not immigration. And that's certainly true, I think, also of new Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. I think what we've seen in the past few years is a Home Office that is focused on security and on deterrence when it comes with dealing with small boat crossings. And actually, it hasn't really worked. You know, we've seen the numbers go up and up and up. All those people having their pain and desperation exploited by criminal gangs. And security and deterrence hasn't really worked to break the back of those gangs. New Home Secretary Suella Braverman, who may not be in post for that long, is also speaking about security and deterrence. And perhaps actually it would be good to see some new solutions looked at by the Home Secretary and by the government.
But when it comes to the Home Secretary, it beggars belief what she's done, in the sense that, as we were reporting on Saturday, Maston is hugely overcrowded, and it's only meant to hold people for 24 hours. Some have been there for weeks and weeks and weeks. There's outbreaks of disease there and everything else. It's an horrific situation. And yet the people who were being held in Dover have been sent there.
It just doesn't make any sense, does it? As you say, outbreaks of disease, things like diphtheria, it's completely shocking, and that's a result of the decisions that the Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, took directly. There's a high human cost to this, and it also actually speaks of a completely broken system, processing delays, huge backlogs. Why isn't the system working properly? There needs to be a proper investigation.
And what the immediate short-term solutions are, because it seems as though, for the government, housing these people in hotels was deeply unpopular. So the solution has been, OK, we won't do hotels. We'll just put them all here with no thought of which to think maybe we should build new accommodation in which to look after these people while they're here in the UK.
It's all very short-term thinking, isn't it? Lots of sort of stop gaps and plaster fixes, but no long-term improvements. Perhaps the government thinks that its programme, being quite hard-lined on immigration, on illegal immigration, talking a lot about security, is actually going to get them somewhere. But the truth is they've been doing that for some years. That's what Priti Patel, previous Home Secretary, was talking about, and it hasn't really gotten them anywhere.
No, but when the issue seems to be when they try to do something like the Rwanda flights, which actually you presume would have been a pretty good deterrent for a lot of people, it just gets blocked. There's a political will, but then there's legal problems, legal intervention in getting any of it through.
There were legal problems with the Rwanda flights. I think that's something that experts said would be an issue from the very, very beginning. And actually there's no real evidence that the Rwanda flights would have acted as a deterrent particularly at all. That's really nothing more than a guess. I suspect the real solution here lies with expanding safe and legal routes to reach the UK. And also, actually, with better cooperation with our international allies. Can we work more closely with the French to deal with these criminal gangs?